So we're sitting here with Khris Middleton of the Milwaukee Bucks. And Khris, welcome to Denmark. First of all, I want to ask you about the playoffs this year, because you made an incredible impact on the Milwaukee Bucks. You were knocked out by Boston Celtics in a Game 7 series. How long does it take for you to actually get over that?
Yeah, I'm still trying to get over it. It's heartbreaking to go out the way we went in Game 7. We went out in the first round when we didn't want to go, but hopefully I'll be able to swallow that and move on, hopefully in the next couple of months right before the season starts. Yeah.
And now I want you to take us through a special scenario, like Game 1, half a second left. Giannis passes you the ball. Go.
Giannis passed me the ball. There's nothing left to do except for shoot the ball. So just catch it, hoist it up, practice your form, everything that you practice, those type of shots, just let it go, have confidence. And it went in for me, which is crazy. So I'm standing there like not knowing what to do, not knowing if it actually counted. So it was a cool moment.
Was the play drawn up for you? Like, were you actually in the bench and Prondy told you that you were going to take the shot?
Yeah, it's a play that we practiced before during practice. The week before the game, the day before the game, we've known that play for a while. Once he drew it up, I knew the shot was for me. It was just trying to get open, trying to find a spot where I could get a good look off.
Yeah, and you looked to actually, or you seemed like you thrived under the pressure of the playoffs this year. How did you thrive with it like that?
Just staying confident. I mean, I feel like I'm a player that doesn't shy away from the pressure moments, the big games. So it's just being myself. I mean, I love those moments. I love to have the game in my hands and let me decide it. Win or lose, I know I'm gonna give it my all and do my best.
Well, and it's amazing to see the progression you've made in the league. You now thriving in the playoffs. If you think of your start in the league with the Detroit Pistons, you struggled making the field in your first season as a rookie. How do you cope with that mentally?
It's tough. It's tough. You can either quit or you can work as hard as you can to get on the court, and that's the approach I took. I wanted to be the hardest worker on the team, the first guy in the gym, last guy to leave, type of guy, and that work proved that it's going to work. If you keep working on your game, trying to be the best you can, the results are going to show in the game.
And then you were traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. How does it feel being traded? Once again, like, how do you actually cope with that mentally?
It sucks. I mean, you're basically learning one team doesn't want you, but then on the bright side, you figure out that there's a team out there that wants you and the team that you're going to. And that's how I felt with the Bucks. They told me they wanted me there. They thought I was going to have a good chance to get a lot of minutes and earn a roster spot in the next contract. So I'm glad everything worked out so far.
Yeah, because it really worked out so far for you. And now you're playing with a certain Greek, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And you guys are one of the most prominent duos right now in the league. How would you rank yourself?
I think we're up there. I think the only thing that's keeping us in that conversation is playoff wins, advancing those next rounds, getting to the finals. I think if we're able to do that, I think people will recognize that we're one of the most dynamic and talented duos out there in the league.
So where do you guys see yourself next year, making the playoffs, and how far are you going to go?
Yeah, I mean, we felt like we were really close this year. Fell short of a lot of our goals, but next year's the same thing. We feel like we can advance to that second round. We could get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then maybe we could get to the finals. So it's all about our mindset and how we approach each game, night in and night out.
Yeah, and you've got a new coach as well, who's going to help you progress through the playoffs, Coach Budenholzer. Have you talked to him yet, and what have you talked about?
Yeah, I've talked to him a couple of times on about numerous different type of topics. Just how he wants us to play, how he thinks he can help us, and just what he thinks our challenges are going to be going forward. He's a guy that I feel like he's going to fit in right in with us. He's going to help us get to that next level, and I'm excited that he's going to be on the sideline for us.
And are you expecting an expanded role this year?
Yeah. Who knows right now? I mean, right now I'm just working on my game, working on my body. We want to figure out our roles and how we're supposed to play into a training camp, but I'm up for anything, whatever it takes to win.
So you say you were working on your own progress and your own game. What do you need to improve next season? Because this year it was like the best season of your life so far.
You still got to find ways to get better. You look at what other players are doing around the league. You're looking at your game, and then I try to find little things. Right now I'm working on my body right now, trying to get my body as strong as it can to up another 82 games. On the court, I'm still trying to figure that out. The offense is going to be a little bit different, so my shots are going to be coming from different areas. So once I try to figure that out, I'll be able to add some of those things to my game, I feel like.
Okay, and lastly, I just want to ask you, like, a lot of media and a lot of people say that you are extremely underrated in the NBA. Do you agree?
I would agree, but I'd rather be underrated than overrated. I mean, I feel when people say you're underrated, that means you have value. You bring value somewhere to your team or to someone. So, I mean, it's an honor or whatever, but I don't pay attention too much about that. I only really care about what my teammates and my coaches think about. I mean, I'm out there every night with those guys, and I play for those guys only.
Okay, so if it's not you, who's the most underrated guy in the NBA?
The most underrated, I would say Drew Holiday. That's he put on a hell of a performance in the playoffs. He's been doing it all year long, and he's had a great career so far. Just been banged up with a lot of injuries.
Thanks, Khris Middleton.